Welcome. Shemeka Michelle going to join me for this conversation. Shemeka, join me and Butter. Shemeka, there's a governor's race brewing in the state of California that I find fascinating. I don't think this is an easy choice. Bruce Jenner, a.k.a. Caitlyn Jenner, says he wants to run for governor of California, and Kamala Harris, the communist Harris, is, I guess, considering a bid or run to be governor of California. I find this fascinating because if I were given a choice between Bruce Jenner, a.k.a. Caitlyn Jenner, and communist Harris, I actually think I would vote for communist Kamala Harris over transgender Bruce Jenner. And I've given this more thought than I should have, but I think I would be more offended by Bruce Jenner than an actual communist, Willie Brown fluffer, being the governor of California. Your thoughts?
I would have to go with the one that was on the Wheaties box, not the Skeeties box, because I just feel like, I would close my eyes and think that Bruce would actually have the better policies than Kamala would. So although I don't like the fact that Bruce is a transgender, or I think he just actually dresses as a woman because I think he kept his parts. I don't like that idea that he tries to live as a woman. But just looking at the way that he thinks, sometimes he comes against his own community and they're upset with him because of the things that he says. I would think he would be the better person. Kamala may run California into the ground and, they'll be broke. And now that I say that out loud, that may not be a bad idea. But I just think the person that would line up best with the policies that I agree with would actually be Bruce.
There's no question Bruce would have better policies, but Bruce, the Republican Party, electing a transgender or a man in full mental breakdown, pretending to be a woman, it normalizes a mental illness and say, you can be mentally ill and be the governor of the largest state, perhaps in America. I think they got more people than New York. I can't go there. And I know that we've had communists in high political office. Kamala Harris has been vice president. Bernie Sanders is a socialist, which is just the gateway drug to being a communist. It's like, I feel like we could survive a communist governor in California, and actually think it would actually be good to have a full-blown communist as the governor of California, just so everybody can see what that looks like and we can reject it and people would continue to move out of California. But if we somehow normalize that people, full-blown, untreated mental illness, a man dressing, presenting, pretending to be a woman as the governor of a major state or any state in the United States of America, I just think it would set a bad example and normalize something that just should not be normalized. Flying Ace Whiskeys are American proud, and they help support our heroes and their families. Buy online at flyingacespirits.com. Use the promo code America to get free shipping. That's flyingacespirits.com, promo code America for free shipping.
I think Republicans have already started to do that, and they're a bit hypocritical on that front, because we watched them celebrate two men playing hide the pole, put them in office. We have watched them promote Blair White, who is transgender. They act as if somehow he's different from anybody else simply because he supports Trump and leans right. So we see Republicans do this all the time. So I don't think that Bruce would change anything, because they do it, maybe not as much as the left, but they are actually a bunch of hypocrites when we just come down to it. They just like it if you agree with what they believe. So just as me saying I would close my eyes and hope that Bruce would follow the policies that I most agree with, I think most Republicans in 2024 feel the same way because we watch them do it every day online with people that are not the governor, but we see it all the time.
Butter, you got to be the arbitrator here. Bruce Jenner or Communist Harris?
Ooh.
Which state who would you want to be your governor?
In my courtroom, I'm used to calling sports cases. There's not a lot of precedence here, you know. It's a longer conversation for me, I guess, with Bruce or Caitlyn, but I definitely would lean more towards Bruce or Caitlyn in this case.
A longer explain that. Take your time.
I think well, I'm a grower, not a shower. I think that
only one thing grows in your hand, Butter. Go ahead.
I don't know. I look at the transgender and the gay and lesbian. I look at through it this perspective that I have some compassion and try to find a place that I think that there is something that is not intended happening. For Bruce Jenner, I don't think it was intended at birth for him to want to feel like he needs to dress up as a woman. Something in his fusion, something in his body, something in the way he was made. And if you call it a dysphoria or I think that it's a tough place for these folks to live in. And then when we
get it, I'm sympathetic. But my point to all of this, everything is not everything is for everybody.
Fair enough.
Butter, if you remember when we started the day, I wanted to wear that baseball jersey that you're wearing.
Big guy in a tiny jacket.
Yeah, I want to do it, but it's not for me, so I can't do it. And so I shouldn't put that on and pretend like it fits and say, hey, this is for me. There's certain things, not everything's for everybody.
I hear you. All I'm saying is that I think that there's a place in there where I come from, where I look at it with, it's got to be a tough situation, and to come out and to be this person and what he is representing or she's representing, to me, in a political, running a country, making decisions, I still think, although I may not agree with or fully understand that part of his or her life, I think from a policy standpoint, that's why I'm ruling for Caitlyn Jenner, because I think there's some intelligence there.
Butter's made a bad ruling. Shemeka, your thoughts, if I'll give you the final thought on this. You can get the closing argument.
I was going to say, I don't like Butter referring to him as her. But, you know, I was thinking when you said not everything is for everybody, I was reminded of a show you did earlier in the week where you show, I think it was Elle Duncan in some silly red outfit as if she didn't realize her. Yeah, the waist to hip ratio was not made for that dress. So I can actually see how you could come to the conclusion that not everything is for everybody. Just in this situation, the lesser of two evils for me would be the man that would push the policies I like.
I mean, look what Caitlyn's done for the size 16 stiletto. You know what I'm saying? There's been some progress made here.
Yeah, they say Caitlyn still takes a Trojan XL, so or what do they call it, Trojan Magnum. Yeah. Anywho, that's it. I got myself into trouble. That's it, and that's all. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for participating. Leave a comment. Who would you pick? Kamala Harris, Bruce Jenner. Thank you. If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a moment of Fearless.